Tonight's quilt is filled with mystery and wonder. Prepare to be dazzled by this magnificent block. Shoot! Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay. One more time. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm back. I was a little worried there for a second, but we'll just put those aside. So let's get started. Tonight's pattern is designed by Debbie Caffrey. It's called Quilter's Quandary, and it makes an amazing optical illusion with some beautiful grays, blues, and greens of boundless solids. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting these up. Although this time I think I'll just use a rotary cutter and a ruler. No magic here, just cutting my fabric into strips and squares, subcutting a few into triangles. I just wish all quilting could be as easy as magic. What part of the quilting process would you make disappear or easier? Let me know by leaving it in the comments below. I know mine would probably be binding. Not any fun for me. Now let's see how all my pieces come together to make our big square block. This quilt uses a bigger block made of smaller star blocks, but these are not regular star blocks. They have a little bit of extra flair to them. So we're gonna start by using our triangles of the blues and a square gray. Taking that and lining up one of my smaller triangles. All right, so I'm gonna put these together. And since these two corners are right angles, that means they're gonna line up together. This point's gonna extend past my square block, and I'm gonna sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And I have my first beautiful part. Next, I'm gonna take a bigger triangle and put it down just like that. Then I'm gonna take 2 more triangles and align them on each of the sides like so. So I've parted my star with the light gray background, and using the same exact steps with a different color background, I have the other portion with that dark gray. That's easy enough. I'm gonna put a block right in the middle. So I need to make another one of these corner sections, except I need to use a half square triangle instead. And I've been working on a really cool magic trick, practicing it, where I take not 1, but 2 triangles and make a half square triangle block using my magic hat. Nothing in the hat, completely empty. 1 gray triangle, 2 gray triangles, and a magic wand. Here we go. All right, Quilticadabra. And just like that, voila! Half square triangle already trimmed. Love magic. Now all I have to do is put it together with my other triangles to make the block. So using my half square triangle, I'm gonna sew my lighter teal block and then my darker teal block like so. And I'm gonna repeat that to make 2 of them. Okay, so now I have all the components to make my big star block. I have my lighter side, my darker side. I have all my center pieces here. And I just wanna show you how it's gonna go together with your beautiful blue in the center. Now here's the thing, if you're not up on your magic like I am, you might notice this half square triangle is opposite of these 2 background pieces, and that will not make for a good magic trick. So make sure that we have them going the right direction, just like that. Then if you're not good at magic, you would sew the center and then add the sides. But I'm gonna try my magic to make it come together. Last time, obviously, didn't work out so good. Let's hoping that this goes better. Beautiful. Oh, I love it when it actually works out. Now I'm just gonna do that a couple more times to make 2 more smaller stars. Dang it. What's awesome about this block is once you get all the pieces together, this is where the optical illusion comes out. It forms that light gray rectangle, which makes those blocks look like they're floating on top of it. So sewing it together is as easy as sewing these blocks in a row, quilting those in a chunk, and then assembling it all together. Okay, that block is finished. I'm gonna do the same thing with just different colors, and then we'll see how the first row of our quilt comes together. The first row uses a blue block, beautiful, a green block, nice, another green block, and finally a blue block, beautiful. Now what's happening is we can start to see that secondary pattern come out with those little stars as they start wrapping around. We have the light gray behind the dark gray. I mean, it's optical illusion on top of optical illusion. But before I can do the rest of the quilt, I'm gonna have to sew this whole thing together. So, Quilticadabra. Perfect. First row is finished. I'm gonna do the same thing with the second row with just slightly different colors, but it's all gonna be angled the same. Now all that's left to do is to add the rest of the rows and some beautiful pieced borders, and this quilt top is all finished. Tonight, instead of doing my free motion quilting by hand, I'm gonna do it by magic. All right, wand, you've never let me down. Let's do it. Oh my gosh. Oh, baby. Oh, I'm in big trouble. Where are you from? Uh-oh. Okay, little doggy. Okay, I'm gonna have to send you home. I gotta send you back where you came from. Hey, oh, don't look at me that way. I can't do a doggy, okay? I'm so sorry. All right, bye-bye. Oh, thank goodness. Whew. I was worried he would still be here tomorrow and the kids would see him and then we would have to keep him. I wonder where he went. Okay, all right, well, guess I'm gonna free motion by hand. No more magic, going right to the quilting. Okay, I got my quilt sandwich basted. I'm gonna start machine quilting, but first I wanna tell you about a treat I have just for you. I put together a bonus video in which I share my tricks for making quilting mistakes disappear. No magic wands needed. You can find the information about that in the description box below. All right, time to get quilting. To play off the optical illusion of this quilt, I'm gonna quilt some parallel straight lines in the light gray area. It's as easy as traveling along the seam and then traveling about a ½ inch and echoing that seam. Traveling in between my straight lines will make them look as though they're going right behind that star, giving the quilting a look of depth. Once I get to the point of my star, I'm going to use the traveling to work my way into the block so I can quilt some more geometric designs going from point to point, adding a little bit of curviness to the light green triangles, and filling in the center with another geometric design. Now I'm going to do the opposite in the dark gray background, quilting some curvy swirls that are going to contrast nicely with those straight lines. I'm going to start by quilting a nice big swirl that echoes in on itself. Once I get to the middle, I'm going to echo my way right back out until I finish that swirl. The next one's going to go just the same as the first, a nice big curl, echoing in, and then echoing back out. So I'm going to continue quilting these swirls, adding those echo lines, and filling in this area as much as possible. I'm loving the look of the contrast between the two designs. I think this is going to look amazing, even if I can't do it by magic. Well, I'm going to get to it and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm finished. Well, this Quilter's Quandary quilt went off without a hitch. Well, sort of. It doesn't matter how it went off because I love the way it turned out. The different colors of fabric, the stars look like they're floating, and the optical illusion is just too much to bear. Plus, I gotta hang out with this cute little guy. Now, don't forget, I have a free bonus video where I show you how to hide those mistakes, so you can find that in the description box below, and I'll see you next time on the Midnight Quilt Show. Say goodnight, Hoppa. Say goodnight. Who's your favorite quilter? Angela. Angela.